What is going on, guys? Alejandro here, and welcome back to the episode of Magayon. In this episode, we are going to be building Jollibee. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Jollibee, for those who live in the Philippines, you're going to be very familiar with this. So Jollibee is the Philippines' biggest fast food chain. It's bigger than McDonald's here in the Philippines. I think they're like so close with each other, like 1,000 stores more. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to be building that as a continuation from the last episode, which was the SM City Magayon, which takes inspiration from SM City Legazpi, one of the biggest SM Mall of Asia, which is one of the biggest malls in the Philippines. SM City Legazpi is the one we have here in Albay. So yeah, I'm changing these parking lots because in the last episode the parking lots look like that and they look ugly, and we don't want ugliness in Magayon because Magayon is a Bicol term for beautiful. So if you are Magayon, then you are beautiful. Anyways, to all of you who are watching, you're all Magayon. Anyways, we're getting back to the video. We are just doing a small little parking lot, a simple parking lot, using these bridge railings as a curb. I think I'm going to be replacing them because they have issues with like terrains and stuff. So yeah, anyways, I'm just going to be keeping it very minimal. And yeah, now we're gonna start building the Jollibee. I'm going to be filling up those empty lots you see on top and also on the other side in the next episodes. I don't know. I am taking inspiration from the land reclamation in Pasay in Manila in the Philippines, which has a lot of different buildings, as you can see. But what I'm building in Cities Skylines is super scaled down. Like you're seeing here that entire thing. It's Jollibee is like just one lot huge, or like you know what I mean. But in the map, it's like a huge building is there, while in Cities Skylines it's a very, very small building. So we're just playing with scale here, making things look bigger than they actually are from afar, and making them look nice at ground level. So you see me just finish placing the Jollibee and changing the props and stuff and the tile, and also placing down this McDonald's on the side. But I'm in the end, I'm just not going to be adding it because it didn't fit in with the area. I'm planning on building a much more higher density building here along the waterfront because this is going to be prime real estate. But yeah, I'm going to be having residential areas, offices, and commercial all along in this like reclaimed land that I built. Yeah, so I'm just adding this custom parking lot. Again, I'm using the red brick. This is the alternative parking lot. When you search and find it, I just type in alt and then it shows up. I forgot the name, but I'm going to be making an asset list for this series. So if you want to be updated whenever I upload my asset list, consider subscribing and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified whenever I upload a brand new video and my asset list. But anyways, you see me place down those other restaurants in this beside Jollibee because I decided, because in the scale of it originally is like very, very huge. It's like a very big building is in this place, but we have these small buildings here, so why don't we just cram in a lot of like restaurants beside each other and make this like a restaurant block, but it's outside of the mall. I don't even understand why I did that, but it's you can't see the interior of the mall in Cities Skylines unless you have a way of doing that, which I don't. But I just took them outside because that's the easier way of making things. And we're just filling this space. So you see me there, I'm gonna be removing that, and I'm gonna be placing an office building there, or everything is gonna be mixed use in this area because we want because it's a newly developed area in Magayon and it's in real life. It's very new. It's built after, some people commented it was in 2005 or something, and most of those buildings there were just built recently, and a lot of it is still under construction. So I think I'm also going to be adding some construction sites in this place. I don't know. Let's see where it gets, where it brings us, because we're all about adventure and unexpected things, like my tangents. If you're familiar with this channel yet, we go on a lot of tangents and we go on different topics, which is not that related to what we're talking about. But anyways, I am clipping various different buildings together to make a custom building, which is what I'm going to be doing most in the next episode, which is going to be a hotel. This hotel is one of the most, I think visually for me, it's shaped like a cruise ship, because it's in the bay and like the cruise ship has landed on the bay. It's like the thing, but I don't know if I made a recreation of it. I just copied the form of it, the shape, but not the aesthetic. I mean, I copied the aesthetic, but not the shape, not 100%. It's just I took inspiration from it, not 100% recreation, which is what Magayon is all about. It's not 100% recreation of any specific place, but rather I'm taking the ambiance, the vibe, the aesthetic, the feeling of that place, and translating that into the game and the assets that it has. And speaking of assets, I have tons of assets in this series if you haven't seen already. So making an asset list is going to take quite a long time, and I have a lot of things to do too, except making these videos. School, I'm still in school. Everybody stay in school, even though as much as school has been pressurizing, what is that, water pressure. Anyways, yeah, we have to balance our time, because time is valuable. Yeah, I'm not an expert at those things, but I delve into those topics quite frequently. So getting back to the video without getting distracted, I am just most of the roads in the newly developed areas of Magayon have these fences or path blocks, or they block the road from the people. They protect the people from the road. It's like in Japan and various other Asian cities, they have that. But yeah, I'm also incorporating that into Magayon, because Magayon is a series where I take inspiration from various Southeast Asian cities, and even other cities not in Southeast Asia, like Japan. I got inspiration from San Francisco for episode 1, and yeah, it's a mix of things. I just want to create something that looks appealing and fits the vibe. And Magayon since it's located in Southeast Asia, it has a lot of foliage and a lot of trees. So that's also what I'm trying to incorporate in my builds, adding a lot of foliage, even though I think in the long run the game won't be able to handle them anymore. As you can see, I'm placing a lot of trees along the streets. And I've actually made like a story about this, and we have to base it off reality. So Magayon has this recent plan. The entire country has a plan to go carbon neutral by 2030, which is a very, very ambitious goal, especially where I'm basing off Magayon is mostly the Philippines right now, which doesn't have the capabilities to go carbon neutral by 2030. Yeah, it's gonna take a long time for us to do that, because our the priorities of the people in charge are not that, if you know what I mean. But anyways, yeah, Calehandria, oh my god, that's the last series that I was talking about. Magayon plans to go carbon neutral by 2030. So they're focusing on renewables and electrifying the entire network, and we're focusing on nuclear energy, solar, wind, and I don't think we have hydro yet in Magayon. I'm planning, but maybe we'll find out. But yeah, a lot of incentivizing electric vehicles, and yeah, the biggest change is placing regulations on buildings. And if you're studying city planning and stuff, which is, I'm not like studying it in school, but I've watched tons of videos on YouTube to know a thing or two about city planning and urban planning and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, they implemented the greenification initiative. Wow, I just made that up, but I think that's you can compare that to something similar in real life. So green roofs in buildings, I think I saw that in Chicago, New York, I don't know, but yeah, where the Magayon has, I don't know, put on, like, what they call this, a ruling, or it's like, I know, why do I keep saying ano? Ano is like what in the Philippines. When we don't have anything to say, we ano, it's like a filler word, like 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 a little bit, oh well, Filipino 101. So I think I'm gonna be doing this segment when I don't have when I am not able to explain very well what's happening on the screen. I'll just go on a tangent. But anyways, I'm placing down those, as part of the like green roofs initiative. It's also gonna add a lot of greenery into the area, placing a lot of trees, making it shady, reducing heat, reducing pollution, making the city look better than it already is because it's Magayon. So yeah, I'm in part of that. Following that, we added green roofs in Jollibee, in the fast food building that I'm calling it right now. So we added they have extra seating on top of that, and it also has nice views of the surrounding development. But anyways, this video is sadly coming to an end. It's a little bit on the shorter side because I just built like a restaurant. But anyways, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see next or any suggestions, because I read all the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. This is Alejandro, signing off. Bye!